I'm a little late to this one. I think I'll be a minute in when this loading screen finishes. But they're going up against T1 Fake. What kind of accent is that? Fucker. T1 Fucker. That like you pronounce that as an ah sound, right? I can't like the text is so tiny. I can't tell what kind of accent is that. I'm just gonna call him T1 Fucker. Ah, the ah sound has to be. I mean, he probably purposely named himself that just to trip people up. I'm gonna trip up too when I pronounce that name. I might not do it. Like it already sounds close enough for if I make this video public, instant demonetization, dude. They're also going up against a lubricated baby. Alright, so now it's gonna be demonetized for sure. Bad Day, Vladimir top against the Alawi top. What are these summoner names, man? I go to Harvard. Oh, I hope that's a reference to Dark Main. Very funny YouTuber. Minions have spawned. We do have a Heimerdinger mid. Ooh, that's something I haven't talked about. We haven't seen in a long time. One of the probably like the single worst champion to lane against. Well, okay, maybe better than Zyra a little bit. His laning phase is just oppressive. Talon gonna try to kill off a turret. He's actually gonna lose like 50 health just doing it too. It's kind of disgusting. I'm gonna have Senna, Ezreal against Misfortune Zillion bot. Oh, Senna going for the level 1 aggression. She can do this. But she's taking a lot of pain here. Ezreal has to blow her heal. Senna blows her own barrier. Defensive summoners popped out from red team. Misfortune returns fire. Was a little bit too much damage than Senna was expecting there. She's gonna get chunked out pretty badly. And now Talon. T1 Fucker. Going for some aggressive CS. Heimerdinger just gradually pushes you in, and there's really not much you can do about it. You just kind of accept it. You take solace in the fact that late game he's kind of useless. Heimerdinger in theory late game outputs a ton of damage, but he has the Azir syndrome where you need time to set up. And if you're not given time to set up your stuff, you die. Same thing with Azir. If you just instantly engage on Azir before you can pull out 3 soldiers, you just win that fight. And Heimerdinger turrets are basically Azir soldiers, but way worse. Out of lane phase. And unlike Azir, Heimerdinger doesn't have reliable self-PO. Landing that grenade is actually pretty hard. It's one of the harder skill shots in the game to land. You kind of get a feel for it when you play a few games as Heimerdinger, and then you can kind of consistently land it. But until then, it's one of the most awkward skill shots. The arc and everything just looks so awkward. Allow you getting a field day against the Vlad, really. A very heavy lane bully going up against a guy who doesn't like being bullied in lane. Allow you might find a very enjoyable laning phase here, playing super aggro. Vladimir will eventually probably be more useful than her, but depends. Double bomb lands on Senna. Remember, red team no longer has defense summoners, but they root up the Zillion. He's full health though. They have to be careful here. They're not gonna win that trade. Misfortune's just taking it to the Ezreal right now. Nobody on bot lane has a potion to speak of, but 5 seconds later, they might get some cookies. Senna will get a cookie because she runs Aquin. Ezreal doesn't. Senna gets a cookie. She can use it to heal herself up. The souls are coming in now. Senna's gonna go grab them. They gotta be really careful here. A bad double up chunks them hard enough that they have to leave. They can't afford to stay in these fights. It's just not conducive. Be very careful here, guys. So this game hasn't really gone off to any sort of explosive action, but it might all change Hecarim does get slowed by the Zillion. He's going for the pounce anyway. Easy first blood from the Ezreal. And now, Fucker gets some help with his strong raid. Kill off the Heimerdinger. He has to be careful. Ignite tick. Oh no. 1-for-1. And they actually come with the jungler here. Both mid laners burn both summoners. And that favors Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger loves it when the opponent doesn't have summoners. He doesn't need his own. He has turrets. Has to pull away from the Illaoi tentacle. And Misfortune has to be careful. W will not latch, so Ezreal will not find it. Does Ezreal W still refund mana? It does. Definitely still does. Oh, Senna picks up a bomb. Be really careful. Heimerdinger lobs a grenade, it goes wide completely. He first item Rod. Oh, that's interesting. There's only like 2 items you can build out of a Rod. He's probably going for the Spellbinder. Hecarim has to be careful. Heimerdinger pops his ultimate. It's the wrong ultimate. He should have grenaded. If he gets that slow or even stunned onto Talon, he's dead. He picks the greeter option and gets punished for it. That could have been a kill if you just naded. My criticism, don't go for ulti rockets. Unless you know you can get that kill, don't go for it. You can definitely set up a very fast solo kill because nobody fully understands just how much Evolve W does from Heimerdinger. It does so much. If you get naded by a Heimerdinger and he alt W's you, you die. Pretty much. From almost just slightly over half. Now Zillion has to be careful. One more auto from Ezreal will finish it, but that's 3 autos from the turret. And now Illaoi finds a kill onto Vladimir top lane. Lubricated baby. Finding the kill on Vlad. T1 Faker has to be careful. Or T1 Fucker has to be careful. I mean, with my accent, it really does sound like a really bad word. But there's a very clear intonation between like the ah sound. A was, I'm assuming, is an accent ague. Versus the sound from U. Like if that letter was a U instead. Oh, bullet time. Send a barrier, not enough. She'll be killed off by the bullet time here. But Ezreal does walk away with his life, so at least that's a little bit of consolation. They do get some free time here with this turret. They're not going to rip away a second plate. Doesn't seem likely. But MF does have a lead, and they're going to take some praise as well on top of that. Donger gets strike back, and he's just going to die. T1 Fucker gets the kill. Meanwhile, bot lane, Misfortune actually kills off the Ezreal. I'm assuming a little bit of greedy overstay, but I won't assume too much. I'm not even going to bother rewinding for it. I just want to see this game go on. But right now, blue team is definitely in the lead. The jungler is making a lot of positive plays. Vladimir's getting punished for his weak early game. And if Heimerdinger gets suppressed like that in lane, then he becomes a non-factor late game. Heimerdinger is kind of a gamble because you really don't do much late game. You just kind of get popped in every team fight. No team fight will ever... No team fight in the 5-5... Let me try the sentence again. No team fight in a 5-on-5 situation will ever give Heimerdinger enough time to set up his turrets. Granted, since like the latest Cecil changes from like 2 years ago when Riot last remembered he exists, they didn't make it so that his lasers instant charge if you land a nade. So there's at least one combo that kind of shortens your setup time, but it doesn't really fix this issue of still needing to, like, still needing a lot of time to even get online in the team fight. Oh, Vladimir has to be careful. Beautiful blast cone saving him. Might have saved the Illaoi as well. Illaoi wants more. The Hecarim is really low, and Talon finds his way onto the Vladimir. Vladimir has to try to run away. Rake will not find it. Oh, Vladimir's on a shred of his life. The rock is coming over. Heimerdinger ultimate. Oh, find the kill. Chrono Trigger was one turret, kills him off from full. That's what I said, man. The evolved W. If you can land it, oh boy, does it hurt. And the turret actually finished him off with some pew-pews. Talon getting a little bit too greedy, gets punished for it. That kill will help. But here's the thing with Heimerdinger, your objective is to push. They're actually gonna lane swap. Oh, I don't know about putting Heimerdinger up against Alawi. You're kind of negating his one chance to be useful this whole game. But oh, Volibear gets a little bit too big for himself, for his own good. Dives and gets killed by the Donger. I don't know about this lane swap. I don't think Vlad will have a necessarily easier time against the Talon. The bomb will kill off the Senna. Senna's not having a really good game this game, getting shut down here quite hard in that lane. TP from Alawi on top lane. They're just not gonna let the Vlad go. Yep, he's just gonna die. T1 Falker finds the kill. And now the dive onto the Ezreal. A few more peanuts will do it, but here comes a Hecarim. Hug of death. Bring the Zillion back. What the heck? The last revive. Not finishing in time. And here comes the Misfortune revive. Flashing in. She wants to kill, but she won't get it. Rampage from the Hecarim kills her off. The T1 and Falk are making a rotation up towards top, and they're gonna match this rotation, sending Heimerdinger back to mid lane. I gotta rearrange the scoreboard over and over. Probably don't need to. Well, he is going for Deathcap first. What's that blasting one for? He's just stacking AP. He's gonna ult to wave clear because he needs this turret. His clock's kind of running out. He really needs to make some plays here. He did alt W, so he can't alt the turret to put it down here for some siege damage. But he should at least deploy a few turrets. Buy the cannon sometimes, because the cannon mini actually does bonus damage to structures. Hemo Plague onto the Ilaoi. There's a heal coming in. Is he gonna get it in time? No, he will not. Oh, the two-man dive, getting that kill. Ooh, Vladimir's not having a really good game this time around, huh? Here comes the Volibear flashing into the center shroud. She won't see anything. And here comes Harvard Man killing off one. He will get the second. Ilaoi is still healing, but the horse charge stomps her against the wall. He picks up the double kill. 4-0 and 1. Senna ult trying to chunk out the Volibear as fast as she is able to. The wave clear has to come down here, but to what end? Heimerdinger still getting a long time mid lane. He's deployed triple turrets to help out. Here comes the TP from the top lane. Vladimir makes his way in. He gets the fight. He gets the fight that he wants, but he's going to get bitten down. Instantly killed off. 0-4 and 3. What a terrible laning phase from him. But some more assist gold is coming in to kind of offset his bad score. He goes back home for a Proto Belt. He finished his Proto Belt a long time ago. And now he picks up Ionian Boots. Do you have the wrong ruins? Why do you need that? Oh, Ezra, be very careful. They chunk out the Zillion. Ezra finishes him off. Not the correct decision here. And Talon finds the Rake. Gets that kill. And they've made the rotation back to their own lanes. Alawi 103. Vladimir 66. If this was a basketball game, you surrender by now. Like, you just stop playing, go to the other player's stand, shake their hands, congrats on your NBA title, and just walk away. What's the point of playing it out when you're that behind? There's been an anecdote. Well, there's still like a basketball anecdote while the Hecarim just rampages through here. Oh, he actually might die here for the first time. He's gonna turn on the Talon? No, he's not. Oh, you see? No. The two men daring each other. There was a basketball anecdote that I really liked. It's kind of about how teams just kind of stop playing after they fall so behind that it's like, oh, we can't come back in the we can't come back in the fourth quarter, and they just kind of like shake the other team's hands during the game, like, ah, we give up, you win. I think there was a case back in like 2004, 2008. I think it was a Yao Ming who got really pissed off that his team actually did that. Because he operated under this never surrender mentality, and he kind of hated it. That his team saw like, oh, the score gap's too big, let's just kind of give up and just basically stop playing. And he really didn't. He wasn't a big fan of that because his mentality is, no matter how big the lead is, don't just like play on until the last second, just out of respect for everybody involved. And yeah, I kind of like that mentality. It was like one of the first things I read up about this movie. Kind of respect him as a player. Ezreal flashing over to avoid bombing the Senna. That's just hilarious. But he actually gets this. He actually allows Senna to kill off the MF here. Senna might get one more. She does get one more. Double kill. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that's one of the more inspirational stories I read. It's one of my personal mantras. Play on until the end, because why the hell not? Unless you're so behind that there's really just a formality. Like, really, really just a formality. Games where you're like 20k behind, 20 minutes in. Yeah, probably just FF that one. Hecarim gonna run into a Talon in the river. He's just fine. He's gonna charge at the Talon. Talon's gonna ult away defensively, and now Hecarim has to flash away from this whole mess. Talon's coming in, but he's not really that tanky. True Shot Barrage barely clipping past, not hitting the target. Frenzy will definitely kill off the Hecarim, but he's not gonna find it, and the turn comes in, Chrono triggered, kills off the lubricated baby. That's just so much damage. Oh my god. That's disgusting. That's just disgusting. Senna shouldn't be allowed to do that. Hope starting from tomorrow, patch 10.6, she can't do that anymore. Just, ugh. You can't just be a backup ADC and have no money all, like have no CS all game and still be a backup ADC. Oh my god. Oh no, T1 Fucker has left the game. He's going back to Korea. As we all know, the 4th best region in the can't even finish that sentence without laughing. Vladimir has to be careful. He's getting slapped around a little bit. He's actually foregone Codex early too. Oh, he undid his Lucidity boots. Did he actually buy Lucidity because he couldn't afford Codex, so he just sold Lucidity for Codex? Is that what happened? I wasn't tracking his item buys. He doesn't have Lucidity anymore. What happened to it? Why does he have Codex now? What's he doing with himself? Meanwhile, Herald mid gets charged off number 2. Oh my god, they actually killed off that turret. Oh no, not Vladimir, Volibear gonna turn on the Heimerdinger. He just does so much damage. He shouldn't kill him off, and now Hecarim has to retreat. He's the only Deathless member left in the game. That might change here. He gets ignited. He has to try to all the way, but Talon can jump the wall. He does jump the wall. He gets a shutdown. Hecarim's perfect KDA just gets ruined in front of his eyes. But despite all that, despite losing that tower, they're still tied in gold. What mockery is this? I feel like they have like several deadweights on red team and they're just being carried up by like 3 people. Heimerdinger completes Deathcap Ludens in like the worst item route I've ever seen in my life. Rod blasting one Rod. Deathcap Ludens. Skipping tier 2 boots. It's gotta be some of the worst item build routes I've ever seen. There's no case that you should do that because you don't need raw AP that badly early on. As badly as you need like the mana region or just the CDR or something. Oh, Vladimir actually finds his first kill on the Misfortune. He found someone more useless than him. He gets bitten down by the Volibear and killed off. But now Senna making her way a little bit too close to double bombs and gets killed off immediately. Blue team secures the Drake, and now Hardware Man has to be careful here. He does have ultimate, he can't really escape. The bombs are lashing off. The second one will lash as well. He's going to die, and T1 Fucker picks it up. Connecting back from Korea through a VPN. Gonna continue his carrying legacy. Blue team finds an ace, and on top of that, the Drake. Their only victim will be the Misfortune, getting killed off by the weakest member of red team. And T1 Fucker going for the blue buff. Oh no, T1 Faker or Fucker diving the Ezreal. He does get him. in the middle of red team's base. A double bomb skillfully pulled away by Sanguine Pool, and the Empower Transfuse gets it. Hemo Plague? Why though? Why though? Oh, T1 Fake, let's be careful! He Blast Cones over the wall, and Hecarim Charge will not find it. He's unstoppable, so Blast Cone doesn't affect him. That means Faker walks away on Talon. Umbro Glaive gonna clear out a few words, but now Senna has to be careful. I think she's been caught out by double bombs one too many times. Now she has to be really careful because she's really squishy. CC can just blow her up. Alawi can just blow her up straight up. Oh, T1 Falker has to be careful, but here comes the Hecarim riding him down. He's trying to juke. Hecarim guesses wrong, and that's actually gonna let him go. Onslaught times out, and here comes the Zillion. Bomb latches. Baron spawn. Heimerdinger going for the solo, but the plant will see it, and so does the Talon. They're going for this. This is so ham. A very Hail Mary attempt. The rest of red team scrambling in to assist. Heimerdinger tanking so many Baron Spit. One more will kill him. Oh no! Lubricated Baby smites him down. Or something kills him off. I don't know what it was. And now Misfortune Bullet Time cleaning house, killing off the Senna here. But for some reason Misfortune doesn't get that kill. The Zillion revive helps her out. Double bomb, not going to latch on the Vladimir, but Volibear picks up the triple kill. Vladimir, Volibear, same thing really. Blue team picks up Baron Nash. Talon was hitting. Oh my god, Talon was hitting Baron until it killed him. Oh, poor man, poor fucker. And now red team. A glorious Baron throw initiated by a very ham Heimerdinger. That was so ill-advised. Just leave the pit when your secret covert Baron soloing operation gets caught out. Just leave the pit. Don't commit to it. Dang it. And now off the back of that disaster, they just lose their mid-inhib. A Hecarim. He's trying his best to salvage this. Like, the rest of the team's kind of falling apart a little bit. Unstoppable Onslaught gets him out of there. Well, Onslaught of Shadows, I guess. I think Unstoppable Onslaught is E or something. What's it called? Devastating Charge. Okay, that's not what I would have guessed. Onslaught of Shadows is his ultimate. Laoi kills off a red turret, so Vladimir has to run defense. Oh, Misfortune gets caught out by the bomb. Heimerdinger just turns this game into a fiesta. Assassinating the AD carry there. Vladimir has to be careful. He's just beaten up so badly by Alawi's Ghost. He's gonna get Vessel whether he likes it or not. Oh my gosh, T1 Falker does so much damage. Kills off 2 cores in the blink of an eye. And now they have to go back to defend. Their base has been stripped down. It's just naked. What do you do from here? The Devastating Charge, bring the Hecarim away. He doesn't have Onslaught of Shadows. Now he has to fight it out, but T1 Falker does so much damage. Jerry Schmidt takes that kill as well. Vladimir charging up the pool, charging up the Transfuse. Alawi's health dropping really low, but the Tentacle's healing her back up. Empower Transfuse will find it. The Talon just kind of watches the whole thing unfold. But red team's dropping bodies left and right. This game just wins styles really quickly. Zillion double bomb will secure his exit. The bomb kills off the Vladimir. I don't think Vladimir understands how Sanguine Pool works. He actually killed himself. The self damage on Pool probably wasn't enough to kill him. I don't think the bomb kills him from that health until he pulled himself. And now be very careful. Volibear's gonna run away from the situation, but Ezreal gets chunked out so hard by the Misfortune. She flashes forward, dodging the soul, and the bullet time will miss. She will immediately cancel it. T1 Falker comes in from the side to kill off the Senna, and now Hecarim gets some solo time with him. He can't jump the wall. Will he jump the wall? Devastating Charge being ramped up. He's still going for it. He wants this, but Falker is jumping wall after wall. He's out of sight already. Now he has to be careful being turned on. Hecarim slices him apart. And now that Heimerdinger putting down some dinky turrets. Alawi's just laughing. She doesn't give a damn. She can definitely turn this fight. Now if that happens, the soul misses. That means she gets one less tentacle to work with. Hemo Plague's taking on her. All that BMing and the leads to her death. Double bomb onto the Hecarim. He needs to heal. He doesn't get enough heal. Zillion takes that kill. The support's just doing so much damage. I think both supports have outdamaged their ADCs by a pretty significant margin. I don't see the MF contributing too much, and the Ezreal is just kind of behind. Got a pretty impressive Sheen timing, but like dive after dive just kind of took him out of it. 24 minutes in with only 2 done items is kinda iffy. Both ADCs are quite poor. Everyone else is approaching full build even. Well, that's a little bit of a stretch, but at least just looking at the Ezreal's inventory, it just seems empty, you know. Oh, Zillion has to be careful. Flash Tides of Blood. He finds a shutdown on the support, but now he's in the middle of everything. This game is just so messy. There's no sense of macro. It's just people fighting over and over. I don't even know what they're trying to get out of killing each other here. They're not gonna find objectives. Not in this game. Not in this scenario. Vladimir does die. He can't quite kill off the Vladimir. He can't. Vladimir Volibear. Oh my god. It's so similar. Their sounds. True Shot Barrage chunks out the talent a fair bit, but he'll be fine. Just walk it off. No big. No big deal. Just walk it off. Oh, T1 Fokker has to watch out. I don't think that's how you pronounce the sound, if that's an accent ague. It's been too long since I took French. I don't know how to pronounce it. Just guessing. Here's the thing, Red Team is clearly losing, because after that disastrous Baron, they got put behind almost 10k. Now the goalie is like 7k more like, but they're clearly not going to win this game. Right? I think Vladimir takes too long to ramp up from here, and Senna is definitely not strong enough to stand up to Zillion Misfortune. Let alone the rest of their team. Volibear's just been wrecking house in the backline. Granted, Volibear falls off hard. Alawi kinda falls off. Talon falls off. A little bit. Talon falls off a little bit. And Red Team gets stronger. Because, you know, Vladimir, Ezreal. Heimerdinger has a really sharp drop off late game too, but here comes the damage. The Hemo Plague is here, but here comes the Alawi with the turn. Oh my god, there's just so much damage. It's obscene. They kill off, they chunk off so many people. Bullet Time not gonna find the kill, but T1 Fokker here for the cleanup. He gets the Heimerdinger, and now 2 for 1 in Red Team's own base. The double bomb does so much damage. Hecarim is gonna die, and it's just the bot lane left. They're gonna try to kill off everybody. Can they do it? No, they cannot. The Zillion Bomb. What an MVP. What a god, really. Outplaying everyone here. Oh man, people are just leaving the game left and right. Bate leaves. Alawi leaves. Everyone's leaving the game. This game is gonna end in the same messy manner that it has been for the past 15 minutes. Just fighting everywhere to no obvious benefit until one fight happens a little bit too close to one base and the game ends. And the only person left in this game is Volibear. Basically, he's gonna kill the Nexus. God, get me out of this game.